World War III, North Korea threatens disaster on Australia for union with frenzied US. The Hermit Kingdom has threatened Australia for its relationship with the US and South Korea. The warnings come as Australia's Foreign Affairs Minister Julie Bishop and Defence Minister Marise Paynes visited the demilitarised zone between South and North Korea last week. The North Korean state-run news agency KCNA warned against joining the US and said, showing dangerous moves of zealously joining the frenzied political and military provocations of the US against DPRK. Should Australia continue to follow the US in imposing military, economic and diplomatic pressure upon the DPRK despite our repeated warnings, they will not be able to. This is not the first time North Korea has levied threats against Australia. In April and August, the reclusive state said Australia's alliance with the US was a suicidal act. But Australia Defence personnel Dan Tayant said a Commonwealth country would not be bullied by Kim Jong-un's despotic regime. Speaking to Sky News, he added, "We will not be cowed but we will continue to do all we can to protect and help and support our allies. The North Koreans should do what the international community have asked them to do: obey all the Security Council resolutions which have been passed, condemning their missile activity, condemning their attempts to build nuclear weapons. If they did that, the international community would look to work with them. If they don't, then we will continue to support our allies, the South Koreans, the Japanese and everyone else who is threatened by this unpalatable behavior by the North Koreans." Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has repeatedly said he will come to the aid of the US if the ANZUS Treaty was enacted. The ANZUS Treaty was signed in 1951 to protect the security of the Pacific. Mr. Turnbull has also called on China to do more to use its influence to bring North Korea in line. The statements come following months of tensions with North Korea following tests of intercontinental ballistic missiles which were first tested in July. Last month, the Hermit Kingdom tested a missile capable of reaching continental US. President Trump met with top defense officials on Tuesday to discuss his options. In a statement, the White House said, "This morning President Donald Trump met with members of his national security team to receive a briefing from Secretary of Defense James Mattis and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Joseph Dunford." The briefing and discussion focused on a range of options to respond to any form of North Korean aggression or, if necessary, to prevent North Korea from threatening the United States and its allies with nuclear weapons. After the meeting, the US flew 2 supersonic bombers over the Korean peninsula. Donald Trump's North Korea meeting was held in the Situation Room in the White House, where US presidents traditionally hold war councils at times of conflict. The most senior U.S. general recently told the American Army to stand ready for war with North Korea.